All right. Good morning, everybody. What is going on? It is a beautiful and sunny day here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I know there's some of you that are all over the country, but it's a beautiful day, right? Regardless, anyway. So glad to see all of you here today and super excited to jump into this and get the ball rolling. So, let me just give a few seconds to let everyone hop on. What's up, Andres? What's up, Brandon? What's up, Erica with a K? What's going on, Erica? Good to see you. I feel like I haven't seen you in a little while. Let's see. What's up, Mohammed? What's up, Sarah? Well, let me go over here. Dude, anytime you can come in hot and say word, dude. Let's go. All right. I know some people are still hopping on. What's up, William? Hey, Andres, I saw you were the first one to hop in. Andres, can you shoot me a message and let me know if you were able to get in initially, or was it after a minute or two it let you in? Let me know on that. We had a little issue over the weekend, so. It is 9:04, so I am going to jump into this. Andres, if you could shoot that in the chat. Y'all, I'm going to ask you some questions today. I know we're going to have a really good group today. And so when I do, just shoot it in the chat. Let me know where you're at. I know some of you are driving. Some of you are on your way to work. Some of you are at work. Some of you are on your lunch break. So I'm just glad and honored to have you here today. So today we're going to be talking about how to destroy limiting beliefs and become limitless, right? How to destroy limiting beliefs and become limitless. All right. We're going to discuss what limiting beliefs are, why we have them. I'm telling you, you have thousands of them. Like just the awareness alone on your limiting beliefs is going to rock your world today. So super stoked about that, why you have them, where they come from, the 3 core types of limiting beliefs, and a simple system that you can use to become limitless. Okay. And then I'm going to really, really challenge you hard at the end. So got a good day today, action-packed day today, but it's a really, really important one. So, of course, as you know, these topics come as we're speaking with clients, we're working with different clients that we have, and things come up. We learn a lot from the people we work with and the challenges that they have, and then how we solve those challenges, right? And so we're able to pull from other successful people who have won in general, and some of the stories that we have as well. So I'm going to share those with you here today. So let's jump right in. So what are limiting beliefs? What are limiting beliefs, right? This is something like I was pretty surprised at how most people actually don't even know what these are. So I think this is really, really important. Limiting beliefs, listen to me closely. Limiting beliefs are unconscious thoughts that act as a defense mechanism, right? To avoid possible negative or lower vibrating emotions, right? And I've been learning quite a bit about emotions and the vibration levels as they go up and down. As you get to joy and fulfillment and freedom, the vibrations are way different as opposed to the negative emotions, which are lower, right? And so so there's lower vibrating emotions. Your subconscious tries to block it. Okay, so your subconscious tries to block it by altering your behavior, which can result in negative outcomes and habits like we talk about all the time: procrastination, overthinking, conformism, anxiety, imposter syndrome, and other reactions like that. Okay, so again, this is limiting beliefs are unconscious. Like you're doing this all the time, every single day. That's what makes this so crazy, is every single day we are filled and bombarded with limiting limited beliefs on what we can do, on what we can have, on what we can accomplish, on who we can be, on what we can look like. We just have these negative, and they're subconscious. Like, you can't control them. They come from, I'm going to share with you in a second, but they come from our past experiences, right? These beliefs happen to you all day, every day. Literally, all day, every day. Until you become aware and then you learn how to refocus and retrain your mind, you will discover, or you will have, these limiting beliefs all day, every day that control your life. And this is what you see all the time. People on their deathbed, and you ask them, what's your biggest regret? And it's always not buying into the things that they wanted to do, or listening to their limiting beliefs, or not believing, right? And so these are happening to you all day, every day. So let's talk about, for a second, why you have these limiting beliefs. Like, why do we have these? Because I have to tell you right now, the fact that you have these limiting beliefs is actually a good thing. Richie, what? Like, nobody will say that to you. The fact that you actually have these limiting beliefs is a good thing. All right? They're there 100% for you for a reason. Okay? So let me give you an example. Like, my belief that robbing a bank is wrong, right? That's my belief, that robbing a bank is wrong. I've learned this. And what this does is it keeps me from robbing banks, right? It's a limiting belief that I have, and it keeps me from robbing banks. So it's a good thing. Like, it's here, it's a mechanism, it's a good thing for you. So the problem is, though, is over time we discover and learn a bazillion other limited beliefs that aren't good. That you learn these from school, you learn these from work, you learn these from sometimes your house, sometimes parents, sometimes grandparents or friends. And these are not good limiting beliefs, but we treat these as limiting beliefs that are good. And so that's why we have them. And so some people are like, oh, limiting beliefs, the worst thing. No, limiting beliefs are a good thing. The problem is that we have limiting beliefs for other things that aren't good things. So where do limiting beliefs come from? You're never going to solve it until you understand in your life, right? And that's why we have those next play calls. We won't understand until in your life where your limiting beliefs come from. So typically, there's a book. It's called The Biology of Belief, and it's by Dr. Bruce Lipton. All right, so if you want to check that out, it's pretty cool. What that says is that your limiting beliefs come from somewhere between the ages of 2 and 7 years old. Now, you can have additional limiting beliefs in the future that you can accumulate over time, but the bulk of the emotions and limiting beliefs that you have come from between the ages of 2 and 7 years old. This is what Dr. Bruce said. And he talks about how from birth to 7 years of age, you operate primarily in brain wavelengths that are very close to a hypnotic state. It's pretty interesting. So you are literally a sponge, right? So between the ages of born to 7 years old, you are a sponge. And if you have kids, I have a 2.5-year-old, literally everything I do, she does. Everything I say, she says. So when I stub my toe and I yell a word that I shouldn't, and then she says the word, it's not good, right? So anyways, you're a sponge, right? You're literally a sponge in order to record bad and good behaviors and emotions. Okay, that's what it's for. So kids are a sponge in order to record bad and good behaviors / emotions, right? So this means that everyone develops, supportive and limiting beliefs. Everybody does. But here's the deal. Children, and this may relate, anyways, we really have to dig into yours, but just let me give you some examples. Children who are rejected, abandoned, or mistreated in any way will tend to develop the belief that they're unworthy or unwanted. Now, how many people do you know including yourself, at times feel unworthy or unwanted, right? Come on. Unworthy and unwanted, okay? Like rejected, abandoned, mistreated. But I had an amazing childhood. I understand that. So we can develop them over time. But at some point in time, you were rejected. You were abandoned. You were mistreated. To give you the feeling of being unworthy and unwanted. And this is like, if you look at, man, the people that can have what they want but don't, it starts with feeling worthy, right? How many times in your recent conversations, if you're, with one of our, how many times do we talk about feeling worthy, right? It's destruction. It crushes. And so you can also develop this over time. It's not 0 to 7. This can happen over time with relationships, a bit being mistreated at a job. It's being mistreated on a sports team or abandoned or rejected on a sports team, right? And so this happens and we start to believe it. This is where it comes from. Got to know it. So you've got to find yours. Where did yours come from? Where does your limiting beliefs come from? Where do they come from? So there's 3 types of limiting beliefs, okay? This is really important to understand. There's 3 types, all right? So the first type is a limiting belief about yourself. So something's wrong with you. You're not talented enough. You're not big enough. You're not smart enough. You're big boned. You're, whatever. Some limiting belief is there's something wrong with you. Let me give you an example. So, man, who would have ever thought? My 5th grade teacher would have never thought that I would ever become a best-selling author. Why? Because I failed 5th grade because I couldn't read and write. But here's the deal. I wasn't a bad writer. I just never committed and stuck to the writing assignments for me. I wasn't a bad writer, right? I just didn't stick, and I didn't stick to them. That's what it was. So these types of, limiting beliefs about yourself could be age, it could be feelings, it could be uncontrollable traits, right? It could be, oh, well, I'm too young to do this, or I'm too old to do this, or I can't go to that to the job because what will people think about me, right? Like feelings and uncontrollable traits, like I'm not tall enough, I'm too short, I can't date because I'm too short, or I can't, whatever. So we have all these limiting beliefs about ourselves, right? About yourself. The second type of limiting belief is your ability. So this is when you say it's too difficult. I can't do that. I can't run that fast. I can't. So you have these limiting beliefs, and it's about your ability, that it's too hard. You physically, mentally can't do it. So it's your ability. And then the third one is a limiting belief about your contacts. And this is, no one will let you do it. My husband, my wife, my boss won't let me do it. My colleagues, my team won't let me do it. This person won't let me do it. Right? So you say things like, so these people, limiting beliefs on contacts, are people that say there's not enough customers, there's not enough ideas, there's not enough money, there's not enough time, there's not enough love, right? So they have limiting beliefs about the context, the environment around them, right? So number 1 is limiting beliefs about yourself. Number 2 is limiting beliefs about your ability. And number 3 is limiting beliefs about your context, about the environment around you, right? And so what we're going to talk about today is the ultimate limitless system. And as you think right now, and I want you to think right now, what are the limiting beliefs that you have? Where are they coming from for you? Is it about yourself? Is it about your ability? Is it about your environment around you? What are the limiting beliefs that you're conscious of, that you're aware of, that you're thinking about right now? Because you are thinking about them right now. You are. So let's talk about how to break through this. Anytime you want to move forward, you ask yourself, right? What is the most important play? We know this. What is the most important play? It's always the next play. That's how we eliminate failure from our life, right? That's how we build confidence. That's how we become confident and powerful and significant and and free, right? What's the most important play? The next play. So the ultimate limitless system is about what are you going to do, how are you going to do it, and when are you going to do it by. So let's break it down. Number one, question your current beliefs. So today, watch this. Today, you're going to go to do something, or you're going to be sitting around thinking about the things you want to do, and boom, a limiting belief will pop into your head. It's going to happen, and I want you to question it. See, in the past, when you've told yourself, I'm big boned, or I can't have that body, or I can't make that amount, or I can't be on that sports team, or I can't, you believed it. You believe it. You don't question it. You believe it. Okay? So instead, I want you to question your current beliefs. Can't get the promotion because you're too wrong. Or excuse me, because you're too young. What if you're wrong? Can't get the promotion because you're too old. What if you're wrong? You can't have the body you want because you're too old. What if you're wrong? I remember when I was young and I was 13 and my friends were like really fit and I wasn't, and I wanted to have a six pack, and I just thought, oh, I wasn't developed and I'm too young. But how was I too young if my friends had it? What if you're wrong? I want you to question your current belief. So step one is to question your belief. Step two is to eliminate failure. And we talk about this all the time with the next play. You must eliminate failure. You hold on to limiting beliefs because you failed in the past and you don't want to experience it again. So you say to yourself, I'm too young to get that promotion. I'm too old to get that promotion. And you say that out of fear because you failed at getting the promotion in the past and you don't want to fail again. So you don't. You believe, you limit your belief, and you don't. So step two is you got to eliminate eliminate failure, right? And we all know how to do that by focusing on the next play. Number three, create new beliefs. So number one, you're questioning your new beliefs. Number two, you're eliminating failure from your life. You know how to do that. Number three, you got to create new beliefs. So the second, you say to yourself, I'm not big enough, right? So I'm not talented enough. I want you to question that belief. What if you're wrong? What if you are talented enough? What if you can acquire the skills? What if you can do that? And you're going to create new beliefs. I'm going to give you a challenge with how to write this out. But for now, just bear with me. Number three, I need you to create new beliefs for you. Create new beliefs. And then number four, you're going to execute, measure, and take the next play. Execute, measure, and take the next play. Are you going to be right every time? No. Are there some times that your limiting beliefs are going to be correct? Probably. But that doesn't mean you can change them. You can get better and work on them. That's what this is about. That's all this is you getting better, working on them, boom. You getting better, working on them, boom. You getting better, working on them, boom. So step four is to execute it, measure it, and then do it again. So every time you have a limiting belief, you're not gonna be correct every single time. That's impossible. It's literally impossible. So that's why you have to test and measure, right? They say this about with marketing all the time. And I struggled with this a lot. Like this is a simple example of like a limiting belief of, marketing, it doesn't work for me. So that's obviously a limiting belief, right? Because I had limiting failures of marketing in the past. And then I didn't believe that it would work for me in the future. But if you change that belief, right? And it's like, oh, well, maybe it could work for me if I tried it this way instead. Let me try it, see how it works. And if it does well, great. If it fails, then we'll do it again, right? It's the same, like there is no right or wrong answer. There is no right or wrong answer. And that's very hard for a lot of people to swallow. And the reason I know is because it's very hard for me to swallow. Sometimes I'm like, just what's going to work? What's the right way? What's the right answer? And you know what? A lot of times there's not a right answer. So what you're going to encounter as you go through these 4 steps is that you have thousands of limiting beliefs a day. Just being aware that you have them, you will notice the thousands of limiting beliefs. Just being aware. You will find that 99% of the time, you're wrong about what you initially believed. It's crazy. What this does is it simply takes the self-awareness and courage. Listen to me closely on this. And courage to consider that you may have been wrong and to go out into the world and see if you were wrong. So your initial thought, your initial belief, sometimes if you're the type of person where you always got to be right, this is going to be really challenging for you. You got to change that quick. It's going to be really, really hard for you. Okay? It takes the self-awareness and the courage to consider that you may have been wrong and to go out into the world and see if you were wrong about your belief. So when you replace your bad belief with your good belief, and then you go out into the world and see if it worked, whether you execute and you measure it, that takes courage. But you got to prove yourself right or wrong. And you got to be okay with it. You can't be like, I always am right. Like the people that are like, oh, I'm always right. Man, they're gonna have a long, rough life because you're not always right. And you have to be okay. Mandatory. You have to be okay with countering and saying, I'm not always right, and I'm okay with that. So my challenge for you this week, we'll call it the Limitless Challenge, is in your phone, in a notepad, every time you have a limiting belief and you consciously realize that you're having a limiting belief, because I'm telling you, you have so many throughout the day that you don't even realize it, okay? So you're going to consciously have a limiting belief. I want you to write it down. Question it. What if I'm wrong? It's okay to be wrong. What if I'm wrong? Hey, right now I want to, I don't know. Let's just use promotion. I want to get a promotion from work, but I haven't worked there long enough. What if you're wrong? What if you're wrong? I want you to question it. And then write new beliefs. I can get a promotion at work because I've achieved X, Y, and Z. I want you to create new beliefs. And then I want you to go try them. What do you have to lose? Literally, go try the beliefs. Oh, so I should get a promotion because of X, Y, and Z. I'm going to go into work today. I'm not going to go insane, but I might have a conversation with somebody and say, hey, what is the process to get a promotion? What does that process look like? Just because you switched the belief, you're putting yourself in the position to find out. Do you see how, just thinking to myself, oh, I can't go get a promotion because I haven't been there long enough? Drop it. You're done. You're never going to get the promotion. You move on. Or questioning that promotion, writing down potential new beliefs, and go try it. Go execute, measure, and do the next play. Execute, measure, do the next play. And that's it. That's all it is. That's all becoming limitless is the ability to eliminate fear, question your beliefs, and do it over and over and over and over again. So number 1, when you have a limited belief, challenge. Write it down. Number 2, question it. Could I be wrong? Yes. Number 3, create new beliefs. Number 4, execute and test. That's it. Try it. Try it. I encourage you very strongly to try it and post inside of Relentless You what limiting belief you had and what you tried and what you tried to change it to and what happened as an end result. I've got a good one from the last week, so I'm going to post it. But I encourage you to post it as well. I encourage you to post it as well. So it is it's 9:28. It is a beautiful day. Look, it's a beautiful week. You're going to have an amazing week. Look, limiting beliefs are controlling your life. Let's just be honest. Limiting beliefs are controlling your life. They're dictating the decisions, the choices, and the actions that you take day in and day out. This week, I want you to question your limiting beliefs about yourself. It's time that you step up and you question them. Okay? What if I'm wrong? And then, what are some potential other beliefs I can replace that with? Let me go see if those are real. Let me go see if those work. Okay? Is this easy? No. Are you going to be comfortable? Hell no. Is it going to be scary at times? Absolutely. But it's worth it. It's worth it. You can live an average life with limiting beliefs day in and day out, or you could start questioning those beliefs. It's time for you to question those beliefs, replace those beliefs, and go out and get what you want, okay? It's the process of refocusing, retraining your mind, and you deserve to have that. So it's time that you go and get it, So actually, awesome timing today. I want to thank all of you for joining me here today. We had a good group. A really, really solid group. So thank you all for being here. I'm going to get into the messages here with you guys. Andres, I appreciate I had issues and on my phone, so my signal is not good. Okay, good. So I'm glad that all of you are here today, that you made it today. And look, go out and have yourself an amazing, amazing week. And for a lot of you, I'll see you on Wednesday at 5 o'clock Pacific time. Have an amazing week.